Imagine waking up one day and realizing that laws you've trusted for decades could quietly take away rights you never knew you had. For millions of seniors across America, this isn't hypothetical, it's reality. Most older gun owners think they know the rules, but the truth is, there are at least 10 crucial rights that rarely make it into the headlines. Rights that could literally mean the difference between keeping your firearms or losing them. And the scary part? Ignorance isn't bliss. It can be costly, legal, and even dangerous. As we dive in today, I'm going to take you through the 10 most overlooked gun rights that seniors almost never hear about. These are not the generic, you can have a gun in your home statements you've read 1,000 times. I'm talking about the nuanced, legally protected freedoms that often slip under the radar. Rights that impact everything from concealed carry to inheritance, medical decisions, and even how law enforcement interacts with you in your own home. By the time you finish this video, you'll know exactly what to watch for, how to protect yourself, and which mistakes to avoid before they happen. Let S start with the first thing many seniors overlook: the right to continue owning firearms despite age-related medical issues. Most people assume that if a doctor flags cognitive decline or mental health concerns, it automatically means a loss of your rights. That's not always true. Federal law has very specific requirements, and while doctors can report concerns, the government must follow strict procedures before taking any action. In other words, your rights aren't automatically revoked just because someone thinks you might be at risk. Knowing how to navigate this and having proper documentation can make a huge difference. Then there's the quiet world of state-specific exemptions for seniors. Many states have age-based rules that allow older citizens to bypass standard requirements for things like firearm storage, concealed carry permits, and background check timelines. These are the kinds of rules that get buried in legal jargon, yet they can save you time, money, and frustration. Seniors who take advantage of these exemptions often gain freedoms that younger adults simply don't have. But the catch is, most never hear about them until it's too late. Another overlooked right is the ability to transfer firearms to family members without getting trapped in complicated legal gray areas. We all know gifting guns comes with paperwork and rules, but older owners have special allowances under certain federal and state laws. These can include streamlined background checks, direct transfers to spouses or children, and protections against being accused of illegal trafficking, provided you follow the exact legal process. What's shocking is how many seniors accidentally violate these rules simply because no one told them they existed, and it doesn't stop there. Many seniors are unaware of their rights in nursing homes or assisted living facilities. Believe it or not, you can sometimes negotiate to keep firearms in your possession, even in facilities that generally prohibit them. This depends on state laws and facility policies, but the key is knowing your rights before you sign any agreements. Too often, older adults surrender their firearms without realizing they could have legally kept them under certain conditions. Then comes the often misunderstood intersection of disability and firearm ownership. Social Security, VA benefits, and other programs frequently have implications for gun rights. Some seniors assume that receiving benefits or registering for assistance automatically limits what they can legally own, but that's not always the case. Understanding which programs trigger restrictions and which don't can protect you from unnecessary loss of your firearms and prevent potential legal trouble. Finally, Part 1 ends with a critical right that almost no one talks about: the ability to challenge improper revocations or denials. If a background check fails, a concealed carry permit is denied, or a facility tells you you can't have your firearms, seniors have legal avenues to appeal. These processes are time-sensitive, technical, and often intimidating, but exercising this right can mean the difference between losing access and keeping your collection intact. Many seniors simply give up because they don't know they have options. That's why awareness is the first and most important defense. Many seniors let fear or confusion dictate their choices, assuming that once a restriction is mentioned, it's final. But the law actually gives you the tools to fight back, and knowing how to use them separates those who lose rights unnecessarily from those who keep full control. The key is understanding the exact procedure, deadlines for appeals, what documentation is admissible, and when legal counsel becomes essential. It's not complicated if you have a roadmap, but without it, mistakes can be permanent. Next, let's talk about concealed carry nuances that rarely make the news. Most seniors assume once they reach a certain age, they either automatically lose their permits or must jump through new hoops. In reality, many states provide age-based exceptions that reduce fees, streamline renewals, or allow extended validity periods. For example, someone in their 70s or 80s might qualify for a lifetime permit in certain states, a right almost no younger adult enjoys. This isn't just convenience, it's a powerful safeguard ensuring seniors can protect themselves without being hindered by bureaucracy. Then there's the question of firearm storage in the home. We all know the basics: locks, safes, and secure locations. But here, The part most seniors miss: federal and state laws actually provide protections if you follow certain safety standards, even if someone in your household accidentally misuses a firearm. These safe harbor provisions can shield you from criminal liability in cases where simple negligence is suspected, but only if you meet very specific requirements. Skipping a step, like failing to document your safety measures, can remove these protections entirely. Estate planning is another overlooked area. Seniors often assume their firearms will automatically pass to heirs without issue, but that's far from guaranteed. Federal and state laws on inheritance, transfers, and mandatory reporting vary widely. Planning ahead, designating who can receive which guns, when, and under what conditions, prevents legal headaches for your family and ensures your collection remains in trusted hands. Many older owners think this is too complicated and simply hope their family will sort it out. That hope can lead to confiscation, fines, or even criminal charges for loved ones. Medical privacy is another surprising battleground for gun rights. Some seniors hesitate to see doctors or disclose certain conditions because they fear their firearms will be taken away. The reality is more nuanced. HIPAA and related privacy laws can sometimes prevent doctors from reporting mental or physical conditions that might affect firearm ownership, but only if you understand your rights and communicate clearly. Being proactive about documentation and legal advice can protect both your health and your firearms, something most seniors never hear about until it's too late. Then there's the underappreciated right to self-defense inside your own home, even for seniors facing limitations. Many believe that age, mobility issues, or living in assisted facilities means they can't legally defend themselves with a firearm. That's not true. Stand your ground and castle doctrine laws often apply, and some states even have enhanced protections for older adults. The key is knowing which laws apply in your state and ensuring any defensive actions are fully within legal bounds. Without this knowledge, you could hesitate at the exact moment you need to act, or worse, unintentionally break the law. Finally, there's the issue of traveling with firearms. Seniors frequently take vacations, visit family, or relocate, assuming they'll run into legal trouble on the way. The truth is, federal and many state laws provide exemptions, special transport rules, and even guidance for crossing state lines legally. Not understanding these rules can lead to seizure, fines, or criminal charges, yet a few simple precautions, like knowing which states have reciprocity agreements or proper storage methods, can protect you completely. The problem is, most seniors never hear about these options until it's too late. Late is exactly when mistakes become permanent. Knowing your rights isn't just theoretical, it's about practical steps you can take today to secure your firearms for years to come. One of the most overlooked areas for seniors is the right to participate in advocacy and public comment. Many older gun owners assume once they're past a certain age, their voice doesn't matter in shaping the laws that directly affect them. That couldn't be further from the truth. Local, state, and federal agencies often allow public commentary before regulations are finalized, and seniors who engage early can influence policies that would otherwise restrict their freedoms. Your experience and perspective are not just valuable. They're powerful tools in preserving your rights. Another hidden right relates to financial protections. Seniors often spend thousands on gun collections over decades, yet they may not realize that certain legal frameworks exist to protect the value of their firearms. For example, some states recognize exemptions for high-value collections in bankruptcy or debt cases, shielding your firearms from seizure in situations where other assets might be vulnerable. Without this knowledge, a single financial misstep could cost years of careful collecting. Knowing these protections can prevent unnecessary loss and ensure your investments remain intact. Insurance is another area where rights intersect with practical safeguards. Many seniors assume their standard homeowner's policy covers everything, but when it comes to firearms, that's rarely the case. Specialized policies exist that protect collections against theft, damage, or even accidental misuse. Some programs even provide legal defense coverage if a gun is used in self-defense or an ownership dispute arises. Most seniors never hear about this until after a loss or incident, which is why proactive planning is so critical. We also can't overlook the right to modernize your firearms responsibly. Many older owners believe that once they have a gun, they must leave it as is to remain legal. The reality is more flexible. Federal and state laws allow modifications for safety, accessibility, and usability, particularly for seniors with physical limitations. From adaptive grips to trigger adjustments, these modifications are often protected under law, but only if done through authorized channels. Missing this can turn a helpful adaptation into a legal gray area, creating unnecessary risk. Then there's the overlooked area of firearm education and training for seniors. While training is often marketed to younger enthusiasts or law enforcement, seniors have unique programs designed to refresh skills, ensure safe handling, and stay compliant with evolving laws. Many older gun owners skip this, assuming their experience is enough. In reality, participating in these programs can prevent accidents, keep your rights intact, and even make you eligible for insurance discounts or legal protections. Finally, consider the often forgotten right to communicate proactively with law enforcement. Seniors sometimes avoid mentioning firearms during interactions, fearing complications, when in fact, clearly stating your legal ownership, permits, and location of firearms can protect you in high-stress situations. It's counterintuitive, but transparency, done correctly, can prevent misunderstandings, protect your rights, and ensure safety for everyone involved. These rights, while individually powerful, combine to form a safety net most seniors don't even know exists. Ignorance is not an option when it comes to firearms at this stage of life. Missing just one overlooked right can cascade into legal, financial, or personal consequences. Knowledge, preparation, and proactive action are your shields, and the next step is understanding how to put all of this into practice seamlessly, without stress or confusion. Every senior gun owner has fought to protect their freedoms, invested time and money into their firearms, and deserves clarity and confidence in their rights. The truth is, the laws are complex, constantly evolving, and often hidden in paperwork most people never read. But awareness is power. By understanding these 10 overlooked rights, you're not just protecting your guns, you're protecting your independence, your family, and your legacy. These are tools to prevent legal trouble, maintain personal safety, and ensure your collection survives intact for generations. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action now, educate yourself, and embrace the confidence that comes from knowing exactly what you can and cannot do. Your rights are not just words on paper. They're a safeguard for your freedom, dignity, and peace of mind. Protect them like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does.